YouTube, man. How you guys doing today? It is me again, your favorite Texas trucker, and today is Wednesday. This is my second day and second night at Kenworth. Note that I am in my truck, and if we look outside, we see I have my curtains up, because if we look outside, I am still in the bay here at Kenworth in Arkansas. And great bunch of people, honestly. I mean, I don't have anything at all bad to say about them. Get up here and get comfy, and we'll knock out another real quick video. So anyway, I don't have anything bad to say about these guys. They've done a good job. They worked to get my part, my power divider, for the cheapest amount that we could get it for. Got it for $1,800, and you know, they've just been good people. You know, I'm gonna be here 3 days. Hopefully, I'll be out of here tomorrow. But this is the only place I've ever been. I've been in Kenworth quite a bit. When I was at Millis, running those DPF trucks. My trucks were in the shop quite a bit, and I spent many a night in the hotel room, which is what they could have done here. They could have made me go to a hotel room, but as you see, I'm in my truck, and they've let me sleep here inside my truck in the maintenance bay last night and tonight, which saves me about $120 or more in hotel fees. So you know, I can't complain. I'm actually sorry about that. I'm actually you know, pretty happy with that. So so I am here, and I've posted a couple updates because I'm on the MHC Kenworth Wi-Fi here, so I'm not using my own data. And I've posted a couple updates, and I've gotten a couple phone calls from a couple of people who've watched videos, and you know, one of them thought I was up in another state and offered to come out and you know, hook up with me. He's a guy that works for Triple C, and Jesse is his name. But I wasn't in North Carolina, which is where he thought I was at. We had a good conversation, you know, and you know, I'm always enjoying meeting new people. So you know, it was good talking to you today, Jesse. And then I've had a couple of people you know, just encouraging me, because you know, this is a pretty heavy hit, and all that. So, and then a couple people, one person asked me if I still think I came out better buying an older truck rather than buying a new truck and having the payments on it. And so you know, I want to take just a couple minutes, and I want to address all that. Okay. First off, this is a major hit, and it's a hit that I wasn't expecting. It's one that came without warning. I've identified, I'd say, probably 90% of the problems with my truck, and I've got them on a list to tick off and fix. This wasn't one of them. This was totally unexpected. There was no warning, no sign that anything was going to give out. It just did, you know. I mean, it's just, 1 minute the truck was running great, the next minute, boom, everything came apart, you know. And that's kind of the way things go in this industry, you know. I mean, 1 minute everything will be going good, and the next minute, you know, you have major catastrophe, and major catastrophe can put your ass out of business pretty damn fast. So yeah, it's a pretty big hit, you know. I've spent a little bit more money than I should have spent, not here, but over the last, you know, month or so. I'm with the dispatcher, and that I'm doing really good with, and you know, things have been going really good, and I guess I got to counting a little bit too much on everything going good and nothing going bad, you know, because I haven't had a breakdown in a long time. You know, I haven't had a major issue probably 2 or 3 months. And so, you know, all the excess money I made, I used to pay off bills, you know, and I got some Christmas presents. Me and my wife upgraded our wedding rings. I don't know if you can see it, but that's my new wedding ring. And we got one for my wife. When we first got married, we didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, you know, and so we just got the cheapest thing that we could get, you know, and you know, it was time to upgrade, you know, so you know, I went out and I spent, you know, somewhere around $1,000, somewhere in there. I'm not even sure what the total price was. I just paid it, you know, you know, so things have been, you know, going good, but I've spent a lot of the money instead of putting it away like I should have. And a lot of things I did, you know, that a lot of the stuff was for the truck. You know, I mean, I bought a bunch of stuff for the truck, you know, fixing up the truck. I gave my Road Pro oven to a friend of mine that didn't have one, and I went out and bought another one. You know, I went out and bought an Xbox One. You know, I'm an Xbox junkie. I went out and bought an Xbox One, and you know, that's money I probably shouldn't have spent, but you know, I'm an Xbox junkie. So, you know, I mean, I've spent a lot of money that, you know, and out of all the money I've spent, you know, we've paid off bills, we paid off another one of our loans. I'm ahead on the payments on my truck, and so on and so on and so on. You know, and then so when this hit me, I had just replaced my air compressor, and that was nearly $1,000. I just put a $600 tire on my truck. I got completely bent over and raped by fucking Petro on the price of the tire. I will never buy another tire from Petro ever again. Never, ever in my fucking life. Will never buy another tire from Petro or TA or hell, even Love's for that matter. Love's is on my shit list because I got raped by Petro and TA, you know. Fuck a truck stop. I will not buy another tire from a truck stop unless it's an absolute fucking emergency. Fucking jackasses. $636 for a Yokohama fucking drive tire. And if I'd have just fucking spent the time, man, going down to Southern Tire Mart, you know, I could have got it for probably, you know, $400, you know, $385 I think is what it cost there. But I didn't, because I was fucking only home for a couple of days, and I had shit I wanted to do on my truck, and I couldn't do the stuff on the truck and go to Fort Worth and take my truck to Fort Worth at the same time. So instead, I was there in Weatherford. I took care of some stuff in Weatherford. I had a little bit of time in the afternoon. I decided to run my truck down to Petro in Weatherford, get a tire. I guess I just assumed that the tire would be a comparable price. I didn't even ask about the price of the tire. I just told them to replace it, and then they gave me the bill. I like to have a goddamn heart attack, man. Fuck. But so I had put, you know, all that money into the truck, and I really, you know, I just didn't really have a whole lot left over, you know, and I got some small things that I needed to do, like, you know, I had to get a 5-inch exhaust clamp to replace a bad clamp underneath the truck. I haven't replaced it yet, but I bought the clamp. I had a turn signal. I talked to y'all about the turn signal last video. I don't even want to talk about that no more. $95. I got straight up bent over by Kenworth. And then I got a hood latch that broke, so I had to buy a new hood latch. And you know, so all this stuff, you know, this little stuff adds up. And you know, and I got hit with this repair right here. And you know, so it was unexpected. I wasn't expecting it. This is money I really wish I didn't have to spend, you know, but that's the life of an owner-operator, man. And it's frustrating, and it is a little disheartening, and depressing, you know, but I'm not upset about it. I don't know, it's hard to explain, you know. I'm frustrated, okay, but I'm not upset. It's like every time I try to get ahead, and every time things go good, and every time I'm making a little bit extra money, and I'm taking a step forward, you know, it's like I get beat right back down again. And and it's frustrating. Okay, so I guess that's a perfect lead-in to the question of, do I still think I'm better off with this older truck rather than buying a newer truck? And the answer to that's yes. And here's my reasoning on that. Okay, the truck's old, and it's certainly not a perfect truck. There's a lot of things that I need to fix on the truck. There's a lot of things I still need to do. And I'm sure some more unexpected things are going to go wrong. One of the things that I plan on doing to the truck is switching out the Super 10 for a 13 speed. But all in, I'm still only $39,000-$40,000 into the truck once I've made all those repairs. I talked to y'all a while back about how much money I'd spend in repairs as opposed to what I had budgeted out for repairs. And since then, not a whole lot has gone wrong with my truck. And yeah, I mean, I've replaced a tire. I've got a budget for tires. That one was a little over budget, but I do have a budget for tires. As far as maintenance goes, all of my maintenance has been, little bitty stuff. $25 here, $50 there, $75 here, $95 for the fucking light. $24 for the hood latch, stuff like that. This is the first big ticket item. Well, this and my air compressor, but my air compressor was a planned repair. And these are the first two big ticket items, so I'm sitting at about $14,000, $14,500, somewhere like that on repairs. Hold on, let me reassess that. I was at 12, 13, 16, about $16,500 on repairs, and I had a $20,000 budget. Okay, for the first year, $24,000 budget. I had $24,000 budget for repairs in the first year. Okay, so I'm still doing okay. As far as my budget goes, I'm still fairly on track. The thing is that all in, I'm going to have roughly $40,000 into this truck, including repairs. And a lot of that money that I've got into the truck isn't a required deal. I mean, I'm putting chrome on the truck. I'm replacing aesthetic stuff. I'm doing body work to the hood, and a couple other areas of the truck and stuff like that, so I'm going to be about $40,000, maybe $42,000, $43,000 at most, for maybe $45,000 into the truck by the time I'm fairly done with everything, unless I've got a new idea, and if I follow through on that, then I may be a little bit more into the truck. But had I gone out and bought a new truck, or a newer truck, something that was under warranty, we'll say 2013, maybe 2014 model truck, I would have still paid $70,000, $80,000 for the truck. And if you think that truck wouldn't have been in the shop, you're dead ass wrong. That truck would have been in the shop. Maybe I wouldn't have had to replace as much stuff as I've had to replace on this truck. Maybe I would have only had to do, maybe $5,000 in repairs on that truck. But the truck would have been in the shop more often because of the DPF issues, the DEF issues, and all that stuff. And I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of that stuff, and I'm not going to get it. Maybe one of these days I'll change my mind. There may be a day where I do a video and I'm like, hey, check out my new truck, and show you a brand new, spanking brand new truck, but this ain't one of them days. So I'm still happy with my purchase. Am I completely satisfied with the truck? No, I'm not, doing all the repairs that I've had to do to it is frustrating. It's a little discouraging. All right. But it's not going to stop me, I mean, I knew this coming into it. This is what I planned. This was how I expected things to play out, you know, and now it's playing out, and the plan becomes reality. And as the plan becomes reality, the stress and you know, all that, you know, it definitely has its place. And so yeah, I'm frustrated, man, but I'm not down and I'm not out. You know, this is all part of the plan, and I got to keep reminding myself of that because I have a tendency to get irritable. All right, so we've kind of laid that bird to rest. Um, Someone asked me how I'm doing at Triple C, and if I'm really making any money. Okay, this week I'm not making shit. This week I'm sitting in a maintenance bay, sleeping in my truck to save money. This week I'm spending $3,000 on repair work for the truck. You know, so no, this week I ain't doing shit. But am I doing good? Absolutely, without a doubt. I've done. You know, I showed y'all, I guess, on Facebook that I had a new speedometer. Okay, now that new speedometer I got, I guess, 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago now. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks. Yeah, tomorrow will be 3 weeks. Okay, now in that 3 week period of time, I drove for 2 weeks, almost 2 solid weeks, and then I sat all weekend at the house with a load that didn't deliver until Monday morning. Monday morning, I headed out to deliver the load, and that's when my truck broke down, and I've been broke down since. So I drove for about 2 weeks out of that time, and in that 2 weeks period of time, I've got 5,800 miles on my truck. So 5,800 miles in 2 weeks. You know, and that ain't 2 solid weeks. That's more like, you know, 13 days or 12 and a half days. 5,800 miles, 5,800 and some change. So yeah, you know, I'm getting a pretty good amount of miles now. My last paycheck, after this is all after expenses. I mean, all expenses are taken out of my check before I get it. So when I say I'm getting a paycheck, I'm not talking about gross. I'm talking about my net income. And so my net income, my last paycheck was $2,400. My paycheck before that was $1,700 and some change, I think. This paycheck coming up is $2,100. The one that I should get in a couple of days is $2,100. So, you know, I mean, that's my net income, you know, and you know, this week, like I said, this week's going to be a trash week, but you know, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, as far as, you know, my money, I'm doing good. I'm not really complaining about it. Any week I can make over $2,000, I'm ecstatic with. Okay. Let's see. I've had a couple people, and I posted about this on Facebook. I've had a couple people offer me jobs, and I may have done a video on this, but offer me jobs coming to their company because I was a little frustrated with some things. And you know, I want to make it clear that I'm not going anywhere. I'm dedicated to Triple C. I'm staying here to Triple C. This is my company. You know, this is where I'm going to stay. Okay. I want y'all to come over here and get to experience some of what I'm doing, some of what I got. And you come over here, bring your truck over here, and tell them I brought you over here, because you won't regret it. It's a good company. And damn, I done forgot some of the other things I was going to talk about. Mainly, I guess I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm not upset, and I'm not frustrated. I am frustrated. I'm not upset. Okay. I mentioned that I have a plan for the truck. Okay. I guess with this truck, I really like this truck. I mean, Blue's been a good truck for me. My biggest frustration is this damn sleeper, which is kind of a mess right now because I've been sitting here hibernating in it while they're working on my truck. So I really want to, pan around, and I really need to go ahead and straighten some of this stuff up, fold up stuff, and put stuff away. But, there's not much room in this truck, honestly. What I want to do, and I need to measure it out and find out what the sleeper size is. I've never actually done it. They told me when I bought the truck that it was a 70-inch sleeper, and I never even questioned it, really. I don't think it's a 70-inch sleeper. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion about it, I think it's a 62-inch sleeper. That's what I really think it is. And matter of fact, that's what it is. I got a 42-inch bunk, and then the cabinets, and there's no room, Oh yeah, I'd say it's a 62-inch sleeper, and I need to get a bigger sleeper. So my idea is, this is the Aerodyne sleeper. What I want to do is find a studio sleeper that I can buy and trade out, pull this sleeper off of the cab and put the Aerodyne sleeper on. I honestly, with all the wiring in this son of a bitch, I don't even know where to start doing that, so I would have to pay somebody to do it. I was looking in a custom 80-inch sleeper for the Kenworth, 86-inch I think is what it was, a custom 86-inch sleeper. They're saying they can do a custom sleeper for me for about 12 grand. And I don't really need a custom 86-inch sleeper, or 80-inch sleeper would be really freaking nice, man. But I think maybe just something 70 inches or bigger, something bigger than 70 inches. And so what I want to do is I want to find some place that sells used sleepers, someplace that I can buy a sleeper with, and maybe even a place that will swap it out for me. And if I can get a custom sleeper, custom built with custom cabinets, and it even had a bathroom in it for $12,000, I could probably get a used 80-inch sleeper on here, or a 76-inch sleeper on here for considerably less than that. So that's my idea right now, is I'm thinking about switching sleepers. And if I switch sleepers, I'm definitely keeping this truck, because that's my biggest complaint about the truck right now, is the size of the sleepers. Everything else can be fixed, everything else can be replaced, but this sleeper is just getting to the point where it's just too cramped and too crowded for me, and I need something bigger. And so I'm starting to consider the possibility of trading Blue in on a bigger sleeper, a truck with a bigger sleeper on it. I like the T600, I like the W900, and so that thought's in my mind. But if I can switch the sleeper out for something I could afford to do, then I may take that option. It's definitely out there. But anyway, the main thing is I just wanted to kind of update y'all. I'm not going to make it home for Thanksgiving unless my dispatcher just works a miracle. I just don't see it happening. I'm not going to make it home for Thanksgiving, and that's kind of depressing. I was really wanting to be there, but it is what it is. We're going to try to get me home this weekend. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and we're going to try to get me home this weekend so that I can at least have a late Thanksgiving with the family. If we can't do that, then I'm just not going home at all. I'm going to stay out here on the road. And that's just how it is. So I wanted to give you all an update, and I'm going to go ahead and load this up while I'm still attached to the MHC Wi-Fi here. And I do want to give a big shout out to these guys out here, Springdale, Arkansas, right outside of Fayetteville. Great bunch of guys, and they busted their ass and been friendly as could be towards me. And I've really appreciated it. They haven't raked me so far on too many prices. They did get me for the damn turn signal light socket, but I guess that's it, man. for those of you that are thinking about becoming owner operators, I want you to realize, man, that it's rough, dude. It's rough, and it takes a special breed of person to deal with this stuff day in and day out and put up with it and keep a good attitude, you know. And a couple guys told me that, you know, I'm the reason that they became owner operators and the reason that they've stayed owner operators. And man, I appreciate y'all, man. You know, if my videos can help encourage anybody, you know, I mean, I'm down. You know, that's what I'm doing them for. It's why I do it. I don't regret it at all. I mean, it's the cost of doing business. You know, it's part of what we signed up for when we, you know, came out here and we did this number, you know. For those of you though that are thinking about getting into it, man, dude, the market's rough right now, and this may not be the time. And I don't know what's gonna happen the next couple of years, you know. They've come out with this e-log mandate, and that's going to make it really difficult for us owner operators to do what we've been doing the way we've been doing it. So, you know, it's going to be rough, you know. In the next couple of years is a transition period, and no matter how it goes, man, the owner operators are struggling, you know. And so, you know, give it some thought before you jump out on the bandwagon, you know. And those of you guys, man, that don't have any experience, you know, or you're just getting into trucking and you want to dive right in and become an owner operator, dude, man, don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. I'm not saying don't ever become owner operators. I'm saying don't jump out from scratch with no experience and become an owner operator. There's too much stuff, man. Too many things you got to know. And not just all the rules and regulations and how to run logbooks and even the experience needed to just operate the vehicle. But there's just so much stuff, man, that you really got to know and you got to learn before you go take on all this owner-operator headache, man. You know, because it's a headache. I mean, I wouldn't give it up for nothing. I love what I do, you know, but I ain't gonna lie, man, it's a headache. And man, when I'm dishing out $3,000 for repair work, you know, that I didn't want to have to do, you know, it's rough. Anyway, man, I'm running out of time, so man, y'all like the video, share the video, and man, much love to y'all. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the comments, you know. So anytime y'all comment, man, even if I don't answer, you know, to the comment because I've already answered other comments similar to it, man, I do appreciate every comment. It encourages me, you know, to go in there and see that y'all are watching it, you like it, you're getting something out of it, man. It really encourages me. So all you guys, man, I appreciate you. And man, we're gonna go ahead and shut this down before I run out of time, man. Peace out, and much love to you. Bye.